Viewers, welcome back to the Selenium WebDriver with Python tutorial. Today we are going to explore end-to-end Selenium automation testing for an OTT platform website. Understanding the website functionality. Before automating, let's first go through the website manually to understand its feature. So this is the website. It's made for our friend Pranesh. And this website, let's first go through the website manually to understand its feature. This will be a comics based automation test in manually, and we will check the key functionalities in step by step. Okay, so first we will check scrolling and move appearance functionality. So first we will scroll down the website to check if the Batman movie appears in the list in Lost. Yeah, it is visible. Then we will test whether all functions on the page are working properly. Yeah, it's working properly. Scroll down and scroll up. And another, then hover functionality on the movies. Its hover functionality works perfectly. Next, let's examine the Justice League movie. It looks visually appealing, so we will test its hover functional effect. So its hover effect works perfectly. We are seeing the hover functionality. Yeah, however the hover function does not seem to be working, so we need to analyze the further. Another, then to move search bar testing. Now let's try using the search bar to find movies. When hovering over the screen, results they highlighted in blue, which looks great. Yeah, it's really looks great. Another, then navigation on button testing. We will now test clicking on the Avengers Infinity movie war. Yeah, it's worked perfectly. The navigation works perfectly, leading us to the correct page. Yeah, it's the landing us to the correct page for the Avengers Infinity War, home, watch list and hover functionality. Yeah, the page contains 10 buttons, and when hovering over them, the responds correctly. Yeah, another, then I touch the watch now button, and next we will test the red color hover in the button page. Yeah, it appears red color, yeah, its hover appears red color. It's correct. Then we will try playing on a movie by clicking on the play button, because OTT is the most features on the movie rendering, right? So the movie is now playing the movie. However, a copyright strike warning appears in the browser. It's happened for the YouTube, so I will not play the video after then 5 seconds. Okay, this is someone we need to note. And then this is home page navigation, and this is watch list navigation. And then click the home page navigation. After testing the movie playback, we will return to the home page, and it navigates correctly. It navigates correctly to the home page. Another, then to move for watch list functionality. Now let's test adding a movie to the watch list. We select the Dark Knight and add it successfully. Okay, to select the Dark Knight. Yeah, and it shows for pop-up appears, which we handle add to watch list. The movie has been added to your watch list. Then click OK. So this movie and touch for watch list. Yeah, the Dark Knight movie was added successfully. When clicking on the watch list option, all the added movies are displayed correctly. So this functionality works perfectly. Verifying the watch list feature. Another, then the confirm, we use the search bar and check whether the Dark Knight appears in the watch list. Yeah, the check is the Dark Knight. Yeah, it appears correctly. I spell it's wrong, it's not, does not appear, but I correctly put the dark, it appears one movie, the Dark Knight. Another, then it shows already watched, mean the watches the feature is working correctly. So these are the functionality in this home page, and already this movie is already what to watch list. Another, then click to recently the already in watch list. This movie is already watched in your watch list. So this functionality is also correctly work. So now hover functionality and movie playback, play pause functionality, watch list functionality and search functionality. These functionality has now manually tested the in website for comics TV. So now the best time to start writing the Selenium automation script to automate these steps case. So now we will start the automation script. So okay, first step, set up and upload the project and importing WebDriver. So open my browser in VS Code. It's the Comics TV and it's full web page on Python and it's a new version, you know. So I will put the new version and first steps in the Python, importing WebDriver from Selenium import WebDriver. Now I explained what is WebDriver, what is the imported modules. This imports the WebDriver from Selenium, which is used to control and automate the browser. Example, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and etc. With this, we can open a website, interact with elements, and perform automation tasks, you know. So we move to another task from Selenium dot WebDriver dot from Selenium.WebDriver dot common dot by import by module. Now I explained that line 2. By is used to locate elements on a web page. It provides different locator strategies such as by ID, find elements by ID, by name, find elements by name, by export, by class name, by tag name, etc. Okay. Now we will move for third line. Third line is from Selenium dot WebDriver dot support dot UI space import WebDriver wait. Yeah, it's WebDriver wait. Now I am explain the third line. What is the third line? Is WebDriver wait. WebDriver wait is used for explicit wait. Now, so please note this word explicit waits. Instead of using time.sleep, we can wait until a specific conditions is met before proceeding. So importing WebDriver is one of the best reason is explicit wait. Okay. Now we will move another line. The line is 4. 4 is from Selenium dot WebDriver dot support import import expected condition as EC. Now I will explain the fourth line of code. Expected condition EC is used with WebDriver wait to wait until an element meets a specific condition. Okay, so it's for now we will make a code to understand to better you will understand. Okay, and then go for fifth line. Fifth line, importing action chains, mouse and keyboard actions. So from the write the code from Selenium dot WebDriver dot common dot ActionChains import ActionChains module. ActionChains is used for advanced user interactions like hovering over elements, dragging and dropping, right clicking, click and hold actions, and keyboard shortcuts. So these are the purpose of the implement from Selenium WebDriver.com and ActionChains import ActionChains. Another than importing time model. So from Selenium does not need. So just import time. So import time. The time module is used for delays and sleep functions. So time.sleep seconds passes execution of the given time. Okay, in this particular point, note this, the sixth line, using the time dot sleep is not recommended an automation script because it slows down execution, you know, right? Instead use WebDriver wait. Okay, so now the sixth line code, WebDriver launches a control the browsers by is locates on an elements of the web page, and also WebDriver wait waits of elements to load explicit wait. And what is expected condition? Expected conditions is defines conditionals like visibility and clickability and route of etc. And what is action chains? Action chains handles mouse and keyboard actions, hover, drag and etc. Time is not necessary, but our delays not recommend for this automation. It's the one the part of it's the one reward kind of the code. Okay, so now for we are typing the actual code. So this is for import model section. Other than move to step 2. Step 2 is step 2 means initialize WebDriver. Okay, initialize WebDriver. Now driver equal to WebDriver dot Chrome. This line initializes the Chrome WebDriver, which will control the Chrome browser. Okay, so this lines though initialize the control the Chrome browser. It's also made for Edge browser and Firefox, a lot of etc. Okay, another than we are this code we are initialize for try except finally. It's the error handling in Python, so we will prefer this method. Okay, so try and then colon and then except try except exception as is E and then colon. Its time exception is contains print. Another than what type of the time extension is F, and open parenthesis in F and open quotation. The word is an error occurred colon and then open flower bracket and then E put. Okay, this is the exceptions except try except handling. Another than to move finally, try except, another than move to finally. Finally we are put and colon and driver dot quite and open parenthesis, another than print browser close. So this prints is it's knows for the developer. Okay, so it prints browser BROWSE or browser CLOSED, browser close. Okay, so in the error handling, if any error occurs while navigating the website or performing any action, this block will catch exception and print error message. Okay, and then driver.quit. After the test is complete or an error occurs, the browser is closed and the finally block ensures that the browser always closes regardless of whether an exception occurred. Okay, and then print browser closed. This prints a message indicating that the browser has been closed. Okay, and then move for the code in navigating to the URL. Okay, let's make then code navigating to the URL, and navigating to the URL it's just URL. Put URL is just a variable, it's a Python variable, you know. So URL it's a HTTPS HTTP colon / another than localhost local host and then put semicolon 4000. If you want this website link, please comment this in particular in comment section. Put that link. I will send the link for the Comics TV website. Okay. So this is the URL. URL is a just variable. HTTP. This URL just the copy. This copy and cut Control C and then in VS Code and put Control V. This is simple method. Okay. So Control V. Yeah. We will create URL. Then now this test cases have launched and have launched perfectly. So now I click the run button and then what happens to doing for the test case and then try URL accept finally. So now launching the Chrome browser. So yeah, it's successfully launched and yeah, it's not a time.sleep, you know. So driver, the WebDriver.chrome and URL expense works perfectly. And then move to another one. Yeah, those stuffs in the driver.get URL. It's the most important part for initialization. Get and open parenthesis what URL. And then this is the just a variable, you know. In variable in stacks for HTTPS localhost. Okay. Then this line initialization the Chrome WebDriver which will control the Chrome browser. Okay. The navigating the URL, this navigates the browser to the specific local URL. Another than driver dot maximize window and open parenthesis. This maximize the browser window. Once it's opened, the browser window was maximized. Okay. Another than time dot sleep. The cases the programmer to wait for 3 seconds. So we'll put for 3 seconds. The 3 seconds to wait for 3 seconds before performing the next action. It's generally used to simulate the pause, although using WebDriver wait it preferred for waiting for elements. Okay. So now then click the play button. It's for run code. Okay, it's a run code play mode. It's a VS Code platform. Other than open for the new window for an open Chrome browser, all the local host is sharing, and another than wait for 3 seconds. Okay, successfully maximize windows open. Yeah. So our code works perfectly, you know. So we will move to another section. It's called step 2. So step 2. Now look at the website is opening perfectly. Now we can manually apply the methods first. Let's test hovering over methods. Okay. So now I will use for one step 2 method is element element to hover. Yeah, it's just a variable. Okay, element to hover equal to driver dot find element by ID. Not it's formal in selector. Okay, find element by dot XPath and its open quotation, you know. So now how will find the XPath? I explained the clear method for how to find the XPath. So it's the location the element and search bar, you know. Okay, so this line is used to locate an element on the web page that we want to interact with. In the case it's the search bar. Identify its ID equal to search bar. Okay, so the find element method is used to find the web element, and the XPath is how to find XPath. First we will know the find XPath. So this is the search for movies, and then click in right click and also inspect and click inspect. So we will inspect this is the search bar ID, search bar and text, and search bar in search for movie, and then click right click, undo the copy, the copy export, that done the copy export, and the paste this element, the particular export medium. Okay, then put the export. So it's in the syntax error, is for the quotations. Okay, so change the quotations. Okay, so then now we will successfully create the element to hover equal to driver dot find element by export. Okay, so now I'll explain what is export. By dot export is the one of the ways to locate elements on a web page using export, which is a query language for selecting nodes in an XML document, in this case HTML. Okay, so now we are moved to another line, the line number 20. So now I will put the actions. Actions is a just a variable, it's a Python variable, Python variable, and then put for the action chains, and I will put for driver. Okay, another then I am moved for the 21th line. In 21th line I put for actions dot move to element for element to hover, another then dot perform. This perform attribute is, this is the method, this perform method is mandatory to put in the line number 21. Okay, so I will give the explain for 21th line. This action chains allows us to simulate complex users actions like hover, drag and drop, and right click, etc. Here we are creating an instance of action chains that will allow us to chain multiple actions like hovering and clicking. Okay, you will understand the 21th line. So these lines to make for the hover, the manual test. It's happening the hover, so it's happened for in blue color. Okay, so in this happens the action chains were performed. Action chains allows us to simulate complex user actions. It's called simulate complex user actions. Okay, so now we will print step 2. Step 2 is success. It's a just we will know the success status. Just we will know the success status. Okay, another then time dot sleep, it's the just delay time. Okay, time dot sleep, it's 2 seconds. Okay, so we will finish step 2. Another then driver dot execute script, அதாவது window scroll by. Now we were sealed for hovering over the elements and search bar, and printing success messages after hover. It's one of the hover action is completed, a message will be printed to indicate the hover was successful and waiting for 2 seconds. Another then the time dot sleep 2. This added a delay of 2 seconds to give enough time to observe the effect of the hover. In time.sleep is generally used to pause the execution of the script for a given number of seconds. However, in automation, it's recommended to use walks like WebDriver wait for waiting of elements and then scrolling the page. In the Python, driver dot execute script, driver dot execute script, another then an open quotation window dot scroll by and open parenthesis input 0, 1000, input 0, 1000, 1000. Okay, another in semicolon. So its method, it refers to this lines uses JavaScript to scroll the page. Windows dot scroll by 0, thousands. Scroll the windows by 1000 pixels vertically. Here the 0 means no horizontal scroll, and 1000 means we are scrolling down 1000 pixel, we are scrolling down 1000 pixel. Execute scripts allows us to run JavaScript code from within our Python script to interact with the page. Okay, so this execution was successfully done. We will print what kind of, we will print, print scroll successful, scroll scroll success. Okay, scroll success. Now we will, step 2 was over, so we will run the code, and run the code. It's navigate for the Chrome browser, it's navigate the Chrome browser, and open the maximize windows as a script. It's open the maximize window and hover the element and search for movies in another 3 seconds. Hold, it works in perfectly, it scrolls happens and another the delays. Okay, we will see for the input for the another code which it clears in very understandable. Okay, another then we move for in the scrolling page, and after messaging scrolling, and we hovered over the search bar to stimulate a user action of playing the cursor over the input file. Then we scroll the page down by 1000 pixels to observe how the page responds. Okay, now we will move for another thing. Okay, now let's see what we can do next. First we will find the locator, and then we use for function to write the code by calling the function. We can complete our task. In my previous videos I showed to call actions like this to click on elements, but it didn't work out. Now let's go ahead and write the functions properly. Okay, now I will teach the write the functions on properly. Okay, so the functions are right for in import modules in understand. Okay, define means just a function. Okay, wait and underscore click, click. Okay, and then put driver comma locator, time out equal to 15 seconds, and then to be clickable, its refers is to be clickable and click the element. Okay, so and then element element equal to use WebDriver wait, another then open parenthesis driver comma timeout, another then dot until method. This is the one of the best method. Okay, until and open parenthesis and get enter. We will use for easy is a expected conditions. AC dot element to be clickable, another then open parenthesis give for locator. So locator, another then the go for element dot click, just put for click. Open parenthesis. Now we will make the function is effectively, so the function is definition is wait and click is a function that we define to perform a reusable actions, waiting for an element to be clickable and then clicking it. The function takes 3 parameters, driver. This is the WebDriver object like WebDriver.chrome or WebDriver.firefox, whatever it is that controls the browser. Okay, other than locator, this is the strategy used to locate the element you want to interact with. For example, it can be an XPath, CSS selector, an ID, etc. Another than the timeout. This is the optional parameter. Default value is 15 seconds that defines how long the function should wait for the element to be clickable before giving up. Okay, so another than the I will explain for in the 10 line number 11. Waiting for element to be clickable. In WebDriver wait driver timeout, this creates a wait object that will wait for the specific timeout. Default is 15 seconds until a condition is met. Until EC.element to be clickable locator. This is the condition that we are waiting for. It checks of the element identified by the locator is clickable. If it's clickable within the specified time, it proceeds. Otherwise, it rises on exception. Okay, the locator here can be on export and is a selector that helps find the element on the web page. Another than what is EC? EC element to be clickable locator is an expected condition provided by Selenium when waits into until the element is not only present but also visible and enabled. It's not a clickable. Okay, it's a clickable, you know. So another than what is element.click? I am explaining the 13th line. 13th line is once the element is found and is clickable, this line performs the click action and the element. Okay, so why use this function? I will forget why. I will definitely say why use this function. The wait and click function is useful because it ensures that the element is fully loaded and clickable before performing the click actions. This helps avoid issues where an element might not be ready for interaction, you know, reducing errors and during automation. Okay, so then the element put on the perfectly. Another than the click the login button locator and the whatever it is, wait until the login button but is clicking successful. Okay, once it's clickable it will not click the button. Okay, another than we will use for then the code. Okay, so just we are using the wait and click. Another than go for step 3. Yeah, we will go for step 3. So put an hash map and go for step 4. Yeah, function method is step 3. Another than the in the function calling is a step 4. Okay, so we are using the wait and click. Just using the wait and click. Wait and click, and simply use driver comma by XPath, driver comma by dot XPath, driver comma by dot XPath. We will find an element to click to the button 1. So we will use for that find the element in the first element. Okay, we will find an element export the click the watch list. So this is a selector hub. How can we use in the already I video posted a lot of videos. Please check my description how to use in selector hub. Okay, now I am copy the relative export and I am just paste in the export. Okay, I am just paste in the export. Yeah, it's a movie gallery, you know, it's a movie gallery. It happens to the movie gallery. Okay, now the code, I change the code in the we change for in double quotation, you know. Okay, now we will cover